Welcome to Athan on Action. I'm your host, Athan Bao. I'm joined here by
Peter.
And today we're going to cover Zack Snyder's Justice League. Directed by, Zack Snyder. Cinematography by Fabian Wagner. Second unit director, aka stunt director or coordinator, is Damon Coro. First thing we're going to break down is the Wonder Woman rescue. The setup. After publicly saving the world in '84 and publicly fighting Doomsday in Batman v Superman, Diana Prince lives a normal life with a secret identity in London. Suddenly, evil Daniel Craig tries to blow up a museum. Wonder Woman is not going to let that happen.
She came out of nowhere. Who is this person? Who is this stranger?
Who is this mysterious hero that keeps saving people?
Evil Daniel. Nice. I like that.
I always felt that Bruce Bolton looked like an evil Daniel Craig.
Never thought of that before, but now, not bad. Cool to see Wonder Woman not hold back. The R rating kind of add a little oomph to the scene and everything.
Hell yeah!
I actually felt the ragdoll CGI though was a little bad. Pretty bad.
When they transition over CGI, it is kind of jarring, especially when she does that bullet block thing.
Yeah.
I don't really understand Wonder Woman's powers. What are they? She's just fast.
Super speed.
Really fast.
Really fast.
Can fly.
She's got the whip. She's got those gauntlets, which are
apparently those are Endgame.
MDK, murder, death, kill.
Yeah, they really built that up this movie. I found. Not as the previous movies. In this one, it was shit's real when she does that.
Yeah. So she vaporizes evil Daniel Craig, right?
Yes.
He just
blew up.
He's just dust. Dust in the wind.
Batman doesn't kill, but Wonder Woman.
She don't give a fuck.
Happy-go-lucky Wonder Woman will kill everybody. I do like the piece where she saves all the children from being riddled with bullets. I do like that piece. Mm-hmm. I always felt Wonder Woman was pretty well done in the DCU. Even in '84, I know a lot of people don't like that one. I actually didn't mind it personally. But if you think differently, let me know down in the comments.
Yes, tell us all of your opinions. You were saying before, you were mentioning you kind of liked her blocking, but I just felt the effect of that. It was jarring, like you said, and a little awkward and weird. Just the movement and the way it was filmed.
Overall, it's still a pretty well done action scene, especially for Wonder Woman. I mean, granted, Wonder Woman isn't really one of my favorite characters. I don't really care for it.
No? Okay.
But I was still generally interested, and I have to say it was pretty well done. I give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. I have a stronger connection to Wonder Woman. I liked some of her other stuff I've seen in other not Wonder Woman 84. I gave it a 2 out of 4.
Okay, next up we got the Steppenwolf attack. Let's set up. The mother boxes are actually sending a signal to evil Steppenwolf. He teleports down to reclaim the box. The woman of Themyscira. I try to stop him.
So he teleported there pretty fast. Was he just standing by
in
for
space
or decades, centuries, and just waiting for that shit to call out to him?
The one main difference I like in the Snyder Cut versus the Whedon is that he doesn't do that whole mother thing.
The mother thing? What was this mother
thing? In the Whedon cut, whenever he refers to the mother box, he's always like, "Mother."
Oh, yeah.
You smell of her.
Yeah, this is all about pleasing Darkseid.
Yeah, I actually had to look that up. Apparently, in one of the storylines, or even the original script for Justice League, Steppenwolf's mother is trapped in the mother box.
Oh.
That's why he does that.
Okay.
But
that's what Whedon was trying to go for, I guess, in his version.
Yeah, it wasn't Oedipus Rex. Mother, come to me.
All right. What'd you think of his look, his little redesign in this cut? Like it a little more than the Whedon?
Yeah, he's definitely a little bit more menacing.
Yeah.
Because it's spiky.
Yeah, I felt that, a little more imposing, a little more intimidating.
A little bit. I'll touch more on him when we do rate our villain near the end.
Yeah.
Generally, I did enjoy his look. I do like the fact that he's a giant. That's always pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically a 300 fight scene, almost.
Yeah. I enjoyed the scene though. Actually, not really from the beginning part, but when they get onto the land and they're doing that like little relay and throwing the box
Yeah, yeah.
around, trying to keep away.
Yeah, my girl died. My favorite actress of all time.
Who is she?
Dotson Kroos. You killed off Dotson Kroos. I'm never watching Wonder Woman ever again.
Victoria's Secret model.
I love her.
Yeah. She had a pretty badass move, that little slide and then like the
Yeah, that
arrow
gets
thing.
crushed.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Smashed under that.
It definitely had emotional stakes, this scene, I found. Here's where I kind of I'm a little bit divided when it comes to Snyder's style.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Snyder fanboy. I don't love all his work. But I do appreciate a lot of them. I feel like his style is perfect for the DCEU. But sometimes it's a bit too much. It's like too much slow motion.
Oh, yeah.
It's like John Woo meets Fincher. Kind of.
Yeah. Like they really lean into their signature style.
A little bit much. It's I mean that freaking temple took like 30 minutes to collapse. Like,
Oh my god, yeah.
you know, I'm like I was kind of glad it was kind of the Whedon version for that, where he just comes at them because the momentum keeps going, right?
Yeah.
But this one was like dramatic pause, head turn while the the temple just falls.
I feel Steppenwolf came off a lot better in this movie than anything overall in the Whedon, and this, especially from this kind of introductory sequence for him, just like him like throwing the horses around and everything. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Like when he's like all those Amazons like surrounding him, and he's like throwing the horses around. So
Payne our Bruce Lee poster almost dropped. That's why I screamed. Anyway,
moving.
go on.
Aw.
Go on.
Yeah, so I felt like he was much more imposing and much more of a formidable foe in this, even in just this one sequence compared to the whole movie of Whedon. So
His costume's cool. I still don't really understand it though. It just spikes up and it comes off. It was weird when he talks to Darkseid and he takes off his clothes. It's like, hey, master.
he's gotta like look feeble.
That was a little weird. So what'd you rate this scene?
I like this a little bit more, so I actually gave it a 3. So I like this. I like all the Amazon stuff. Their little keep away.
Yeah, I gave it a 3 myself.
Yep.
Lost a little bit of points of too stylized. Just they went full woo.
Full. You can't go full woo.
All right, next up we got the battle beneath the Theabba harbor. The setup. Steppenwolf kidnaps all the scientists from Star Labs. Batman tries to lead Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg into their first fight as a team. I didn't really care for the scene, let's be honest.
Nah.
Did you care for it?
No, not really. I did like a little bit of the Batman sequence when he does his little hand-to-hand stuff or whatever and jumps in the
slowest sidekick ever.
He's wearing like 100-pound suit.
Yeah, but remember when he fought like 6 guys in Batman v Superman in the same suit?
Yeah.
Didn't really care for it. I mean, there's cool touches with how Flash is inexperienced and how he like pushes people.
Yeah.
Like I actually like the Whedon version where Batman told him to just save one person at a time. I like that little touch.
Okay.
But overall, I find the fight locations in this movie, except for Themyscira, to be like rather boring.
Yeah, it's like, the typical like factories or there's just like underground abandoned places or
It's like
whatever.
abandoned factory. It's
Yeah.
like, are we watching an episode of Arrow?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
So there's this part like where Steppenwolf's like, the Amazon is mine. And Wonder Woman replies like, I belong to no one. And it just felt so cringy. Like the delivery and then it for some reason Snyder like just stays on her face.
I think you're just misogynistic.
Yeah, okay.
You just hate women.
Yeah, totally.
I thought it was well delivered, guys.
No.
I'm an ally.
You son of a bitch.
I'm an ally. leave a comment.
All right, anyways. Anyways, yeah, between like the delivery of her line or
So
like
the best line of the movie by a woman, amazing. You hate it? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
facial expression. It's just the delivery itself. It just felt so cringeworthy. It's like in your face. Okay.
I honestly don't remember the line. I kind of remember that exchange, but I remember it being non-cringy, so I don't really know.
It's just more the like when he just like for some reason holds on her face for like so long, and it's just she's like,
Because she's a woman.
Hey man, I love Wonder Woman. She's badass as hell. But that line, no.
She should not be wearing that outfit if she's fighting warriors from outer space. Give her some pants, goddammit. Overall, I gave the scene a 2.
Yep, same as me. 2
out of 5. Next scene I labeled Superman Lives.
Oh, that's the title of the movie.
Which one?
Nothing. Never mind.
Exactly. The setup. The Justice League know they cannot beat Steppenwolf. They decide to use a mother box to awaken the Superman. However, Superman is feeling a little spicy and attacks the League.
Spicy.
Things are getting too spicy for the pepper.
So, where's Batman throughout this scene? Why doesn't he show up for the fight?
Well, they kind of covered it better in the Whedon version.
Did they?
Remember he was out of breath?
I can't remember the most of the movie. Yeah.
You're the one that pointed it out to me.
Yeah, at the time. I can remember.
Age.
Age.
No, what happened in the Whedon version was like everybody can fly and it's superhuman, right? Batman's a normal
Oh, yeah,
human.
yeah. It was so comical. Like,
And he showed up like out of breath. He's like, in the Whedon version. In this way, he just kind of shows up and he's like, "Are you okay?" to a soldier.
Yeah, they made him a joke in the Whedon version.
Yeah. But this scene though, I generally enjoyed this scene. It was pretty interesting to see them fight a god basically, and it's technically the first time they actually work together because the previous fight, they didn't really like do moves together, like maybe one or two, but this one they actually
tried.
cooperated.
They tried, yeah. I wasn't as much of a big fan of the scene. Couple of sequences like piqued my interest or whatever, like as far as like the Superman catching Flash side eye, like turning his head or whatever.
Head turn?
Yes, the slow head turn. That was really cool, and like the whole little headbutt sequence between him and Wonder Woman, just like facing off, is kind of badass. But overall, I felt it was pretty generic, and it's just way too much slow motion in here.
I think the slow motion works in this scene because I generally am not a fan of that, but I think in this one it works really well. The Batman stuff was, the gauntlet. He blocks with his gauntlets.
That's really all he does, and then he's about to die.
Yeah.
And he's saved by Lois Lane. So.
I actually like the Whedon version better of their exchanges. How he, not the close up of the face, of course, but how he grabbed him. How he's like, "You won't let me live. You won't let me die." And the whole, "Tell me, do you bleed?" That was pretty well done.
That was pretty well
If not for the CGI mustache, but other than that.
That's why they had to cut it out.
But I was actually really surprised that the slow head turn with the Flash part was Snyder. Because that's a total Whedon thing.
It felt like a total... But I felt there was like a tonal difference, though. Like in the Whedon thing, I remember watching it in theaters and like laughing. I was like, it's kind of fun.
The
That's
music.
Cool. Yeah, it's totally the music. Because in this one... He felt menacing. He felt frightening. Yeah. And like I'm like, whoa.
Because the music cranks up like horror love. It's like
yeah.
Whereas the theatrical version is like dun 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 like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yep.
Other than Wonder Woman not showing any like scars or scratches, I give the scene a 5.
Has she ever shown any scars?
No, that's one of the knocks.
She's invincible. I gave it a 2. I didn't like it as much as you. I thought the fight was pretty generic and unimpressive, and I didn't. There wasn't a lot of wow moments that stood out to me, other than that one kind of little Flash sequence.
Because you don't know art, Peter.
Okay.
You don't know art, and you don't appreciate women who deliver lines.
Jesus Christ, man! Drop it already.
All right, next up we have is the finale. For the longest time, I thought the finale was at Chernobyl. But it's actually like some other Russian city that also had a meltdown years after Chernobyl.
They never name it, so it could be Chernobyl.
It starts with a P. I found it on the internet. The setup for this one. Steppenwolf has 3 mother boxes and plans to connect them somewhere in Russia. The Justice League plan an all-out attack to save the world.
All right.
So more generic gray locations.
Yep. Super CGI.
Yeah, a little bit.
At least they got rid of that like orange sky or whatever the heck Whedon was going for.
This finale had like a 3-act structure. It was like the first act was like all the outside city stuff, which I did not care for at all. Second act was where they physically fight Steppenwolf, which I was down for. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
And I actually really like the third act of this.
Really?
How they failed.
How they failed.
They failed, and then they had to like return time.
Yeah.
So where Flash like reverse time. So let me ask you this: the Flash that reverses time, does he die?
No, I don't think he would die. Like
I was
he
just kinda confused.
self heals, right? It even shows them like self healing and going back. And,
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah. No,
I was just wondering.
I think no.
Like that part where he's wondering, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, if you can hear me, I want you to know I was one of them." And plus, he runs back his past self. I'm like, are there two of them, or did he kill himself?
It's more of them being unsure of himself and his powers, so that's why maybe he's putting that out there just in case something happens.
Should have died.
Like,
Should have died. I hate this movie. Should have died. Would have been better.
You hate this movie?
Hate this movie. It's okay. Your thoughts on this finale?
Did you watch this whole movie in one go, or did you kind of split it up? One go, yeah. By this finale, I watched it in one go, and I was feeling it. I was like tapping out a little. I was losing focus. A lot of it felt repetitive because I kind of felt like I've seen it before. So, especially that opening sequence, that's what kind of took my focus away.
First act was I fell asleep.
Yeah, with the Batmobile and all the
where Batman
Jason
tries
Momoa
to
stuff.
die.
But yeah, like you said, the actual fight when Steppenwolf is fighting like Aquaman and Wonder Woman and everything. Yeah, that kind of woke me up.
Yeah,
it got my attention back, and like Superman showing up and whatever. That was kind of like a really cool badass moment.
One thing I do miss about the Whedon version is how remember Superman was more happy-go-lucky by the end.
Yeah,
I liked that one better.
He
was like cracking jokes. It was like so well.
He felt so cold in this movie, you know?
Yeah.
I know, like, I guess Zack Snyder's kind of going for that because, you know, you're coming back from the dead or whatever, but...
Well, apparently he had, like, a whole story arc plan where the next two movies are about him reclaiming the colored suit.
The next two movies? Really?
Yeah, like Man of
I thought
Steel
the
2.
next movie would have been, like, going into that, like, Lois Lane dying nightmare sequence.
I don't know, there's a lot of shit talking, but that was basically the plan. It was like he was going to go dark with the dark suit, and then the next 2 or 3 movies is an arc where he finds hope again.
Shit. It's like a 10-year period. No way would Zack Snyder stay for all of that. Yeah, so
they kind of overpowered Superman again, which I was never really a fan of. That's part of the reason why I never liked the classic Christopher Reeve Superman or Superman Returns. He's just way too invincible.
It's just the Superman character overall. I've never been interested in it just because he's so powerful.
It is. Even DC as a whole, the stories aren't as interesting because they're gods, right?
Yeah, they're gods.
That's the whole thing about DC. They're gods, whereas Marvel, they're mortals.
Yeah,
with powers.
That's the main difference in the action sequences you see is just they have to do the CGI stuff because they're gods. And this, and where Marvel, they can ground it a little bit, and it makes it so much more interesting.
Yeah,
when it comes to
like
action, right?
Superman's like a god, and Captain America is a guy that like does steroids. More relatable.
Steppenwolf's death, though, that was pretty funny. Like the
I
overkill.
felt sorry for Steppenwolf. Why?
Like Superman had this whole like moral conundrum about like killing
Man of
Zod,
Steel.
and then he's like, oh, whatever, you know, Steppenwolf, you're already flaying on like Aquaman's fork, so let me just flick you towards that portal so that Wonder Woman can...
Like before that, he kept punching him, and that shot where Batman's looking at him, I was like, is Batman gonna tell him to stop?
Yeah, it felt like one of those
Yeah,
things. Like,
it looked like he was gonna be
he's
like, Clark.
already dead.
Yeah, Clark, no, don't go too far. Yeah, it's brutal.
yeah. You really do kind of feel bad for Steppenwolf, and then his head just being stepped on by Darkseid afterwards.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, how do you want to rate this?
I'm giving it a 2. I was not a big fan of the finale from the Whedon version, and overall, this one, it fleshed some things out, but still overall, it's just not that interesting overall.
I give it a 2.5. Overall, it's really not that interesting to me. I wasn't captivated throughout, but I do really like the third part, where Fisher goes into the mother box, talks to his fake family, and then the Flash reverses time.
Yep.
That stuff was really cool. So for that, 0.5.
All right.
2.5. All right, so let's rate our heroes. Let's start off with Batman.
We're starting off with Batman.
Batfleck.
So what'd you like about him?
I gave him a 4 this time around.
Okay.
I liked how he was trying to redeem himself. Like, you kind of felt it in the Whedon version too, except he just cracked way too many jokes in that one. But this one, you really felt it. And the part where Alfred's like, "How do you know he'll come?" And he's like, "I have faith, Alfred." Damn.
Okay.
I like this. I gave him a 4.
All right. I didn't like him as much in this one just because I felt like he kind of took a back seat to everything. Like, he's either not there for like the Superman fight, or like he's just off shooting guns. He's not there at all in the actual like final stages of the finale.
Of course
so
he's not a god.
so that's why like I gave him lower. So 2.5.
Next, I've got Superman. I gave him a 2.5. Too cold, man.
Yeah.
Smile more.
Yep. Same thing. Same notes. Too cold
and
boring, like
smile.
bland. Nothing really interesting about him.
Wonder Woman, I gave a 4 because I actually generally enjoyed her character this time around.
Yeah, I liked how she took like a leadership role. She's always like standing at the front lines when you're going to battle, right? So
My favorite part is when she was like, "I belong to no one,"
yeah, except for that weird, awkward line.
because it shows empowerment that you don't appreciate.
Exactly.
Flash. All right, I'm gonna just say this both. Flash and Cyborg, I give them both 5s.
You gave him 5s, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought they had really cool arcs.
Yep.
They definitely did Ray Fisher dirty in the Whedon version.
Oh fuck.
But he was a damn good character.
No,
this
he
time
was,
around.
man. He's got a full fleshed out arc, and yeah, I don't know how you can cut all of that out.
Yeah.
I gave them both 4s because
Okay.
they're my favorite characters in this movie.
Radar villain, Steppenwolf.
What you like about him? What you hate him of? Tell me.
Okay. Definitely liked him better this time around. Just how he was trying to redeem himself in Darkseid Eyes, gave him a few extra points for me. Overall, I gave him a 3.5.
Yeah.
I like his look, but it just looks way too fake. I mean, look at what's that guy's name? Age of Ultron, not Age of Ultron. Thanos.
Okay.
He looks real.
Yeah. He fits into the real world somehow with his purple skin and
Somehow.
everything. Yeah.
He looks like he's walking around like
There's weight to him. In this one, like there's just you can tell it's like
like a drawing.
There's like that sheen, that like cartoon sheen
Yeah.
to them, you know?
What's weird about Steppenwolf's character is if you actually look at his character in the comics, he's just a regular guy.
Is he?
He's a human face with like a goatee, like he looks like the devil in the costume. Except he's just really tall.
Yeah.
You know what they should have done? And probably would have been like really creepy and disturbing. It's just like Lord of the Rings. You know how they did everybody around the Hobbits like too big? Should have just got like a regular guy and just made him look big next to everybody. It would have been way creepier, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
As opposed to CGI.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed more of the backstory to him. Like he's got more of an actual motivation in this, and you understand like what his goals are, why he's trying to accomplish these things, and basically him like trying to like please Darkseid or whatever. It gives him like more of a vulnerability, which you can kind of relate to. So I do like that kind of aspect to him. Overall though, like in the end, they tried to implement that stuff. He's still kind of like a generic guy that really doesn't matter to the overall story because it's all about Darkseid, really. But physicality wise, like his actual action sequence, I was much more impressed in this version than because I can't remember a single thing that he did action wise in the Whedon version that was ever impressive. Like so, I gave him a 3.5 as well.
So, Joss Whedon allegations. Your thoughts, Ray Fisher?
Like after watching this movie, how can you not believe?
Well,
right?
here's the thing. Obviously, they did him dirty. Did you notice that he doesn't say booyah, booyah, booyah,
Booyah.
booyah? He doesn't
Booyah.
say it.
Yeah.
That was part of his thing that he was mad about. That Joss Whedon made him say booyah,
Really?
even though that's what his character says in the comics. But if you notice in this version, he does not say.
No,
it.
yeah, they
Not
cut
that
that
it
out
matters.
completely.
Like, I don't give a rat's pussy. Let's be honest. But the actual allegations, how he's like abusive, and I don't know. Apparently, he tries.
Yeah,
weird
well, like a
around
lot more, from the Buffy verse and everything, or
Yeah,
people
the
coming
whole-
out with that.
How he
you know,
can't be
so-
around like girls.
Yeah, just really demanding.
So he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Don't get pregnant around
Yeah,
him.
he's a piece of shit. Here's the thing. There's not enough information in anything, really. It's just shit went down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know. But you look at the guy. I mean, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its covers, but sometimes you should.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Okay.
I'm joking, guys. I really don't know. I like his work. I mean, Avengers was cool.
Yeah, he's got work out there that people love and whatever, and I love. But
Yeah, I mean, we need more
doesn't mean
information.
he's not an asshole or whatever.
A lot of those guys are assholes,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
but there's not enough details. It's really just
Just with the Twitterverse and everything, you're only always hearing one side of the story. You never
Yeah.
really get the full story. So
And what hurts him more is that he hasn't said anything. And he's still on Twitter. He just ignores everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his career in Army Hammers is pretty much done. So.
Army Hammer, the other Superman,
Batman.
Oh, was he Batman? Okay. Who was the Superman in the
DJ Catrona.
DJ Catrona?
That was actually appropriate because Superman's an illegal alien and DJ Catrona is part Mexican. Perfect.
Man, that version would have been like interesting. Fucking George.
I really
Miller.
wanted to see that.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like Armie Hammer really is a piece of shit, but I would have loved to see him as Batman.
Yeah. He would have been a perfect Bruce Wayne, like that playboy.
I was actually hoping he'd be Batman for Batman v Superman because him and Henry Cavill were together in Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah.
Would have been sick.
Underrated movie, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I didn't really like it.
No,
I watched it twice. I didn't really care for it.
I liked it a little bit more. But okay.
Well, that is for this episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will be back. Music for the Athan on Action is done by Mason Tickle. If you like what you heard, please rate, review, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and any suggestions, feel free to let me know. We'll be back.